After finishing with the summary of the book of Woman at Point Zero, now we can enter on character and characterization of this book. You see, the author, that is Nawal el Saadawi, has used the different methods on building up her characters, through which used to deliver the intended messages. You see, in this book there are many characters, but here I've analyzed the 13 characters who maybe I may consider them to be important to know their existence. The first is Firdaus. Firdaus is the main character of our story. She is a symbolic character who symbolizes all women in the world and the bitterness, the segregation, the oppression, the exploitation, and every kind of torture which women meet with in this world. You can see Firdaus lives in such miserable life, and she's being exploited while living at home with her parents, exploited while living with her uncle, exploited once again when she met with Sharifa, one among the classical prostitutes who used to sell Firdaus and to make profits out of that. And also she was even exploited by Ibrahim, who lied to love her, but he was just using her for sexy. At the end, he went and announced to have courtship with another different woman from her. So you can see this woman is being exploited. You see, economically and genderly exploited as has been seen in the book. Again, she is being tortured. You can see other characters like Bayomi, who torture Firdaus intensively. Other characters like her oldie husband, that is the uncle of her auntie-in-law. So she was forced to marry the person whom she even never liked, that is Sheikh Mahmoud. Sheikh Mahmoud used to beat her, used to torture her at the extent that she escaped from home. You can see this woman carries very many themes than all other characters, and just to mention those vital themes, she carries out themes of the nature of power, which has been shown in this book, theme of prostitution and transactional relationship, theme of fear and survival, theme of resistance, themes of social injustice, themes of identity and self-determination. All these themes are shown by using this character. The second character is Firdaus's uncle. He is the one who helped his Firdaus, or maybe taken Firdaus with him after when Firdaus died. Also, he represents those oppressive people in the society, as he represents the oppressive nature of all men in the society. You can see Firdaus's uncle married her niece to the very old person, that is Sheikh Mahmoud. You see, he accepted to marry her niece to the 60 years old uncle of his wife. You see, just in return of getting some bride price, which could help with some things. You see, another character, it is Bayomi. Bayomi happened to help Firdaus after Firdaus escaped from her husband's home, and this Bayomi at first he was very nice to Firdaus, but also he represents oppressive nature of men in the world. As you can see, he oppressed Firdaus later on. He tortured her, he raped her, he even brought his friends to rape Firdaus in the room which he had locked her. Another character, it is Firdaus' husband. Firdaus' husband is called Sheikh Mahmoud. This Sheikh Mahmoud had 60 years old, and he was a retired person who married a 19 years old Firdaus after when Firdaus finished her secondary education. You see, this also been used to show the oppressive nature that men have over women. Again, he oppressed, he tortured, he exploited supported Firdaus in every way while Firdaus was living with him. At the extent Firdaus escaped home. Again, another character, it is Dia. Dia is a journalist and one-time client of Horabis. You see, he prompted Firdaus that she is not respectable, and you see this idea hunted down Firdaus to the extent that Firdaus left her prostitution profession and went to fetch for some respectable work to a private company. But later on, Firdaus regretted to follow Dia's words. She learned never to listen to any advice given from men. You see, she thought that these men, while they are giving you some advice, it is like they belittling you. It's like they continue that behavior of diminishing women. They are not important, or maybe they are not able like men how they are. So she learned after this she learned not to listen advice from any man, because even after finding a respectable work, they never respected her. They still used her just as a tool of enjoyment and not treated her like a human being. And again, we have another character who is called Fadea. Fadea is Firdaus's friend whom they used to work together at the private company, and Fadea used to warn Firdaus about love. After when Firdaus told her that she was in love with Ibrahim, she asked her, "Do you know what love is?" Another character, it is Fauzi. Fauzi is a male friend of Sharifa, one among the classical high-class prostitutes who made profit out from Firdaus. Fauzi is one among Fauzi was a male friend of Sharifa. So this Fauzi also represented such kind of oppressive and segregative nature of men over women. As you can see, he raped Sharifa. Another character, it is Sharifa herself. This is one among the people who had ever helped Firdaus, and you see Fauzi, after Sharifa when helped Firdaus, she used to make profit out of Firdaus without paying Firdaus any money. Another character, it is Ibrahim. Ibrahim was a co-worker of Firdaus, and he lied to Firdaus that he loved her, but later on it came to the realization of Firdaus that he was just using her for sex. Another character, it is Iqbal. Iqbal presents those respective and responsible teachers, as she was a teacher, Firdaus's teacher, and she used to have strong stand on her work. As you can see, she maintained the positive relationship with Firdaus. You can see even when teaching in the class, Firdaus was looking to her in such affectionate look, but she looked to Firdaus just as how she looks to other students in the class. Another character, it is Muhammadin. This is childhood Firdaus's friend with whom they played together. They played a bride and groom game, and also he was the one who had brought Firdaus into the first clitoral stimulation, and this man or this boy was loved with Firdaus in a real deep sense. You see, another character, it is the prison doctor who used to treat those prisoners, and he the one who introduced the Firdaus to the author of this book. The prison doctor introduced the Firdaus to Nawal el Saadawi. Again, we have this prison. Remember, this prison doctor, the one who filed an appeal form for Firdaus, but Firdaus rejected to sign it. You see, he was helping Firdaus. Maybe she could be spared out from death penalty, and maybe she would be given life imprisonment. Another character, it is Sadia. Sadia, it is house worker into Firdaus's uncle house. She has been used even to show how other women are also oppressed, tortured, and segregated. You can see that she was being beaten by Firdaus's auntie-in-law when Firdaus allowed her to sleep with her onto the bed. So these are the characters who has been used by the author of the book of The Woman at Point Zero, which was written by Nawal el Saadawi. The author has used these characters just to brought up the intended themes to us, and has successfully created a complexity which presented the intended ideas